It's day 107.
Of the 29th year and beyond. Well, today I want to talk about bitter or better.
Okay.
I have two lemons.
Two lemons.
And they look very similar. But this is a traditional lemon and this is a Meyer lemon. The Meyer lemon is a little bit sweeter. It's actually a hybrid of some different fruits and made in China. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. But when I first started cooking and I would make a lemon meringue pie, I would use these. But then I found out about the Meyer lemons and realized that the Meyer lemons were sweeter and they produced a better juice as well as a better pie. So now I use these, bitter or better.
Alrighty. I did not know about the Meyer. Is there muck in there too?
But with that said, I want to talk about relationships. And because people go through things every day, you go through life, and life just brings you sometimes lemons that are sour, and sometimes Meyer lemons that are a little sweeter. You have to learn how to juggle, and you have to learn how to adjust. And you can choose to be bitter or better.
Absolutely. Said it many times, life is choice driven, and you get to choose. You get to choose whether you want to be bitter because of what's been done to you, what hasn't been done for you, what has happened in a past relationship, or you can choose to be better. You can choose, regardless of where you started, where you want to finish.
That's right. And even as an adult, you have gone through things in your childhood that can cause you to be bitter, or you can choose to be better. And Fred and I both decided when we had children, we really wanted to take the best parts of our childhood, but also the worst parts of our childhood. Things that we thought could have been a little bit more enjoyable, and try to make them different or better for our kids.
It was about being intentional, because in life you can learn, I believe, so many things when people teach you and model that. But when it's not being taught or modeled, you can also learn just as much, if not more, from observing and learning what not to do.
Exactly. And I 100%, because in cooking, the best way to learn how to cook is just to get in there and do it. And the more mistakes you get, actually the better cook you become, because you learn how to turn around those things that aren't quite right. Well, it's the same thing in a relationship. If you go into a relationship and you have some challenges and there are things that you went through in your childhood, or a relationship that you went through where you were cheated on, or a relationship where you went through that that ended badly, maybe somebody died or something like that, and you just have this sour taste in your mouth, you can make the decision to turn it around and make it a little sweeter by growing through what you went through and learning how to do it better.
Well, when you're talking about past relationships, past experiences, opportunities, and all that, and being bitter and sour and whatnot, it took me back to high school. My physical science teacher, on the very first day of class, he was a peculiar kind of fellow.
Okay.
But one of the things he told us, he says, "Okay, you can look at this like a tea party. I'll supply all the tea. You get to bring the sugar. So it could be as bitter as you like, or you can make it as sweet as you like."
That's right.
And I think that that's sage advice. If you approach everything like it's a tea party, the tea is being supplied. You get to bring the sugar or your sweetener, whether it's artificial or not. However, you get to determine how sweet it will be.
Yeah, you do. So in a relationship, you have to decide whether you want to bring the bitter lemon or a sweeter lemon.
Or no lemon at all.
Or no lemon at all. In our case, not much lemon. I'm allergic. So, with that said,
Bitter or
better.
better. It's a choice.
It's a
Like
choice.
everything else in our lives, we get to choose. And so, what will you choose? Because it doesn't matter where you've been, what you've experienced, what you haven't experienced. You get to choose at the end of the day. Do you want to be bitter or do you want to be better? Until tomorrow,
bye.
if the Lord says the same.